Ta-da! Oh, this is it. This is the new rig that is going to be on the channel for Trail Expedition. We sold the 97 Jeep TJ. Actually had it listed for sale for 3 days. First person that came out and looked at it, bought it. Went to the dealership the next day, preferred Jeep over in Grand Haven. Placed my order for this 2022 Jeep Gladiator Rubicon EcoDiesel. Picked it up just a couple of days ago. Took about 4 weeks to get. Really fast. I was very happy with it. Great guys over there at Preferred. And yeah, let's do a quick walk around. Alright, I'm just gonna grab the window sticker out of here. That way I don't miss anything. I'm sure I'll forget stuff. Alright, so starting with the front of the Jeep here, the first thing I did opt for is the steel front bumper that is winch capable. This actually does extend out, but I did take the end caps off. I think having the end caps off just gives it a, it basically opens up the wheel well and it shows more of the tire. It's a much better look. This is a winch capable bumper, so I do have plans of putting a winch in here. Probably gonna go with the Harbor Freight 12K synthetic winch. Just haven't I literally just picked this Jeep up a couple of days ago, so I haven't really put anything aftermarket on it yet, but winch is definitely going in. So obviously I got the Rubicon model. The Rubicon has the Dana 44s front and rear, has the locking rear and front differentials, and obviously it does have the quick disconnect sway bars as well. It does have off-road plus mode and a couple of other options, which I'm not too familiar with what some of those things do. I'm still learning the Jeep, but yeah, once we get into it more, we'll know a little bit more. The other thing I did option for too is the camera on the front here, the trail cam. That was, I believe, right around a $995 option. A little pricey. I was kind of going back and forth on that one, but I plan on keeping this Jeep for a very, very long time, so hey, I might as well build it the way I want it, right? 17-inch Falcon Wild Peak all-terrains. I'm sorry, 17-inch wheels on, it's a 285/70/17 Wild Peak all-terrain, which is about a 33-inch tire. I'm going to keep these tires on here for now. I'll probably eventually go to 35s with maybe a small leveling kit or something along those lines. But for right now, this does well. Up top, I did opt for the hardtop, just the single hardtop. I didn't do a dual top group or anything like that. The hardtop has served me well in the past, and you know, we're just going to continue on with that. One thing that is nice about the Rubicon models, and I believe the Willys models does it as well, you do have your rock rail that goes all the way down the truck, and then it actually extends to the back side of the truck here too. So obviously, this is obviously the really long wheelbase of the JT model. When you're coming off a ledge, obviously this is a very dangerous spot to hit a rock on, so it's nice that they actually put these here. I did opt for the LED group, front and rear, so LED taillights, LED headlights. I've heard that the halogen headlights that come standard with these are not the greatest, which I do believe. just because the JK standard headlights were not the greatest, so I did upgrade to the LEDs. One thing that I did not upgrade, which I'm kind of kicking myself in the butt for, I wish I would have just got this spray lined. I think it was like a $500 option. I was trying to save a couple bucks here and there, and that was one of those things that I was like, well, I could do that later, which I can, but I should have just done it. The biggest option, obviously, of all is that right there. This is the diesel, which I definitely wanted. I wanted something that had all that torque. I've never owned a diesel vehicle before. This is my very first one. So far, I'm loving it. Lots of low-end torque. Gas mileage, I'm getting about 24 miles to the gallon right now. I drive roughly 140 miles round trip to work and back at the moment, so getting a lot better mileage in this as opposed to my JK has been working out really well. All right, so let's head into the Jeep here, and this is actually where a lot of the extra modifications are. So I did do the cargo group, which gives you your outlet, 115 volt in the bed. I had the cargo management group, which in the bed here, it just gives you additional tie down areas. And then also, and my back seat's filthy, by the way, it gives you these lock boxes underneath this back seat area. Another option I put on this was the adaptive cruise control, which is right here. I've never had a vehicle with adaptive cruise control before, but it is awesome. I've been using it the last couple of days, just kind of playing around with it. Basically, you set your speedometer to 70 miles an hour or 75 or whatever you want to do, and it does all the accelerating for you, all the braking for you. Essentially, if you're doing 75 and you get behind a vehicle that's doing 70, the vehicle will just slow down for you, and then once you pass them, you'll speed back up to 75. It's really awesome and really cool for long road trips. Another thing I optioned for is the auxiliary switch group. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to put on those switches yet, probably some lights or something along those lines. But I definitely wanted that. It's a relatively cheap option. I think it was only like $300 or $400, $345 to be exact. I've heard it's a huge pain in the butt to do it afterwards, so I just optioned it from the factory. This vehicle does have that automatic stop-start function. Basically, when you come to a stoplight, it'll shut the vehicle off. My wife's Grand Cherokee used to have this. I'm kind of back and forth on it. I know it's supposed to save fuel mileage. However, it is kind of a pain in the butt every time the vehicle shuts off. But you can just, turn that function off by hitting this button if you want. Let's go ahead and start the Jeep up. I already got 763 miles on this thing. I've only had it less than a week. Took a road trip to my parents' house over on the other side of the state. So that's a 5-hour trip, round trip. And then I've been driving back and forth to work. Like I said, it's 140 miles round trip for that. So just packing on the miles. All the Rubicons now, I'm being told, come with a standard 8.4-inch display. So that's what this one is. Obviously, it's got all your crazy apps on here. It's got your off-road pages, which I haven't had a chance to really play around with a whole lot yet. But, just so much comes on these new vehicles now. It's pretty amazing what they can do. Oh, up there I have my little tiny toy Jeep that is a replica of this Jeep. Obviously, I don't have a bed rack or anything like that yet, but maybe that's going to come in the future. So anyway, those are a couple of the options that I put in this Jeep. I'm sure I'm missing a couple here and there, but for those of you that chose Jeep Gladiator as my next vehicle, you are correct. Some people were saying Ford Bronco, which, the Ford Bronco's cool. I'm more of a Jeep guy, and I wanted a truck, so this kind of checks all the boxes. I actually wanted a Jeep Gladiator back in 2019 when they were announcing it, 2020 when they came out. I came really close several times to buying one. The timing just wasn't right, and I'm glad I held out because then they introduced the diesel model, which that really intrigued me. I'm sure in a year or two they're probably going to put the 392 in the Gladiator, which, honestly, I'm happy with the diesel. Right now it's good gas mileage, lots of low-end torque. I don't need a Jeep that goes fast. I just need it to have a little get up and go, and if it gets 25 miles to the gallon while it's doing that, I'm perfectly content with this setup. thank you all for watching this video. I do appreciate it. I appreciate all the comments, the thumbs up. I try to comment back on all the comments I get. Trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of next year. That was actually my goal at the end of this year. We're not even at 500 yet, so obviously that is not going to happen. But anyway, let's shoot for 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2022, which is the year of this truck. It's a 2022 Jeep Gladiator Rubicon EcoDiesel. So if you're interested in this content or content on doing the JKU build, make sure you hit that subscribe button and stay up to date with all of our latest adventures. Peace.